The Lews Mach SMASH, arguably one of the best budget combos out there, and definitely some of the best in my arsenal. I own two of them personally, and I'll tell you what, there's only one thing I would change about them if I could. And nope, it's not the color scheme, it's not any of the features you would think, it is these Winn grips. These Winn paddle grips are absolutely terrible in the cold, and especially when they get wet. Want to upgrade those handles like I do to something that's more reminiscent of the Mach Crush? Well, that's coming up right here on Live to Fish. Hey everybody, welcome back to Live to Fish, and today we're going to be doing a blind unboxing and installation of the Gomexus replacement handles for the Lews Mach SMASH, and I got to tell you, these are not just a replacement, they're definitely an upgrade. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the combo. I own two of them, but these Winn grips on the handles are absolutely terrible when it's cold and when they're wet. This is a 10mm nut here on the assembly that you have to take off first. Now there's also a washer and a small Phillips head screw that has that attached to it right there. And that's something I'm going to leave on and I'm going to take off separately. I'm not sure what kind of hardware comes with the Gomexus unit, so I want to make sure that I leave this washer on as well. And let's take a look and see what is in the Gomexus package. Gotta love that slogan on the Gomexus products. Feel the hit, very cool. And here it is, the new handle, the upgrade with none slip is their slogan for their grips. And here's a little package of hardware, additional nuts, washers. And here's the washer on the original stock handle. I'm going to go ahead and take that off because I want to compare it to the one that comes with the Gomexus unit, just to see if there's any difference in it and to see if maybe it's a different size, different thickness. And much to my surprise, they are absolutely identical. So what I ended up doing is just taking the Gomexus unit that was in the bag here and replace that washer on the new handle. Now this had to be the toughest part of the entire installation because that screw was so stinking small. It was very difficult, dropped it several times, lost it several times, recovered it several times, but eventually got it on there and got it installed. So here I am tightening down the screw on that washer, and sure enough, it is the same exact washer that came with the stock unit. We're going to go ahead and install the handle now onto the reel. And again, with the 10mm nut, we're going to tighten that down. Not too tight, but tight enough so it definitely does not come loose when you're casting and reeling. Also give it a little wobble test, shake it back and forth, see if it's sturdy, and it is. One thing that became very apparent in handling this was that the Gomexus unit was a little bit longer than the stock handle, and not by much, but just enough that you could really feel a difference. Now, I don't know what that's going to play into as far as once it's used out in the field, but I took it out for some casts out at the local park. Weight-wise, it did not feel any heavier than the stock unit handle, and color-wise, you can see that it's just a tad bit off. It's not exactly the same color match as you'd find on the Lews Mach SMASH, but again, just a shade different, not a whole lot to be bothered with. But as far as durability, we will see as the season goes. But again, it was cold out today, and got my hands a little wet. For what little I was able to cast out there, I'll tell you what, these are a huge improvement and an upgrade over the original paddle Winn grips. So I will take these any day. Now you're going to notice, again, I'm going to point out that the color scheme, it's just a shade darker than the stock color on the Lews Mach SMASH. Not enough to bother me. So I'll be putting it to its paces all this season. We'll have some updates for you. And until next time, be safe, be well, and as always, live to fish.